lost. Gowdy, why would Manchin vote for an agenda that lost every county in a state?
Welcome back to
Lost
Sunday
names.
Night in America. Joe Manchin is a United States Senator from West Virginia. He's been in office for about a decade. He's become one of the more influential people in all of politics, seemingly with control over a president's agenda. The U.S. Senate is split 50-50. With a 50-50 Senate, any senator could be powerful, but the Democrats have Vice President Harris as a tiebreaker, so they don't need defections from Republicans to pass bills. They just need to keep all the Democrats singing from the same hymnal, and lately that's been a problem. Specifically, Joe Manchin has been a problem, and that has made many in the media and some on the left very animated. Sometimes I wonder if the media and some on the left know what state Joe Manchin represents. It's
a state of hogs, as Hasanabi would say. A state of orcs, as I call them.
Virginia. The same West Virginia that voted for Donald Trump twice with almost 70% of the vote.
I rest my case.
The same West Virginia that has voted for the Republican candidate for president in every presidential race this century.
I rest my case even more. Oh, no, this century. No, I was thinking over the last 100 years. No, yeah. Okay.
Won in West Virginia before. Michael Dukakis actually beat George H.W. Bush in West Virginia in 1992. And Bill Clinton won in West Virginia twice. So yeah. West Virginia does know how to vote for Democrats. Yeah. They just haven't been doing it much lately. West Virginia is a Republican state now.
Because they're brainwashed.
All three members of the House of Representatives from West Virginia are Republicans. The West Virginia State House.
West Virginians are completely lunatics, batshit crazy, brainwashed people by Fox News.
House and State Senate are controlled by Republicans, and the governor is a Republican. I did not do well in math, but I did okay in logic. Joe Manchin is the only Democrat in an otherwise Republican state. And when I say Republican state, I mean neither Joe Biden nor Hillary Clinton even got 30% of the vote in West Virginia. What?
Okay, yeah, again, like I've said, basically, orcs shouldn't be allowed to vote anyway, so fundamentally, like, I really don't care if, like, the people in West Virginia aren't being adequately represented. I think it's a scandal in any case that, like, it's, like, anybody votes for that kind of thing. And this is somebody, I totally recognize that all this identity politics crap is nonsense, all, you know, all of this sort of trying to, and rectify supposed sexism and racism even when there isn't any, that's mistaken. And I like don't support these like quotas and affirmative action and stuff. At this point, I don't, even though I support like the sentiment. And instead, of course, what I support is basic income, which of course the Republicans don't. So that's kind of the issue, is that they don't propose anything like to help for economically. But yeah, I don't support the Democrats on that aspect, but obviously I just hate Republicans because they're just absolute demons. So like honestly, I just don't think demons should be allowed to vote. I mean, I think we should really restrict it to actual humans and not like mythological creatures from hell.
Let that sink in. The last two Democrat candidates for president did not even get 30% of the vote in West Virginia. So is the media really surprised that Joe Manchin is not going for packing the Supreme Court? Is the left really surprised that Joe Manchin is not going to vote for a federal takeover of state elections or D.C. statehood or ending the filibuster? Is the media really surprised that Joe Manchin is not really big on the Paris Climate Accord?
Man, this guy sounds like an idiot, honestly.
In a heavily Republican state. I thought senators were supposed to be the voice for the people who elected them. I thought senators...
Yeah, for the people, not for the orcs.
Were supposed to vote the way their constituents wanted them to.
It's like you don't actually have pigs. You don't have pigs vote, right? You don't have fucking cows vote. Well, why would you let orcs vote? They're not humans. It's like you don't let birds vote. You don't let orcs vote.
I thought that was the whole purpose of having a representative democracy. It may well be that Joe Manchin doesn't believe what is being advocated for on the left these days. it is most assuredly true that the people he represents do not believe in it.
Okay,
Joe
enough of
Manchin
this.
is the
Enough of this. We got the argument. Whatever.